What is up, people? This is the Oracle. We are back online for a Last Masters 25 draft. In a couple days, these will not be available online anymore, so it's probably going to be the last I upload on YouTube. I'll be streaming tomorrow and on Tuesday, though, if you want to see more. And after that, a little bit of Modern Cube, and then the Minaria one. It's going to be available online. This is not a Phantom draft. I actually have a couple boosters I need to use. I'm currently playing in a real draft. And for this reason, I'm just going to first pick Rishadan Port, which is worth around 10 tickets. A little bit less maybe, but enough where I'm just going to pick it for the value. The pack was not so good. There was nothing great. Obviously, if it was Phantom draft, I would not have first picked Rishadan Port, but since it is, we'll just grab that. Now I guess it's gonna be Fiend Hunter. It is, I think, by far the best card in this pack. Sprawl's fine, but green's not a great color, I think, in this set. I do like Court Hussar, but not gonna pick it over Fiend Hunter. And Zada is pretty good in the right deck. Everything else is quite a bit weaker than the cards I mentioned. Let's go with Fiend Hunter. I do like white. Do like white quite a bit. Blue-white is solid. Yeah, Fiend Hunter is just a solid card. Rishadan Port is not a bad card. It's just like in this set, there's a decent amount of double-colored cards in, every color. And it's difficult to have a good enough mana base where you feel comfortable playing these and making sure that it's gonna hurt you, and making sure that it's not gonna hurt you more than you'll be able to hurt the opponent with it, basically. Mishra's Factory is another colorless land you can play in this set, which is good, but very often I just don't because, again, mana requirement. Yeah, these are nice. I'd be happy to add them to all my decks if I could, but very often it's just pretty difficult. This pack has nothing I want to play. Yeah. There's like, I don't think Fierce Empath is very good. Genji of the Falls is decent, but more of a sideboard option. These are sideboard options. Frenzied Goblin's pretty good aggressive card, but I'm not sure I want to pick that. Present Sweet if we end up with a combo, weak otherwise. This is a very bad pack. I think I'll pick Presence, stay open to combo with Crab. I don't think it's necessarily strong, but it's fun to play with, so I could see doing that. This last booster was really bad. This one is a little bit better. We have a couple good options in blue. White Mane Lion it's interesting. You can get one later, it's not bad. If you have 5 mana, you can combo with Fiend Hunter, remove something forever. Basically, in response to the first trigger, you bring it back to your hand with Lion, after casting Lion. And then when the second trigger, second here, when it leaves the battlefield, trigger is going to resolve before the first trigger resolve, so you get to exile something forever. It's kind of cute, not so strong. I think we can get Lions later if we want to. I'll just go with Counterspell. Willbender is also decent. I do like Counterspell a bit more. Don't mind Griffin Protector, just a fine 4-drop. I've been pretty happy with this card. Nothing else really interesting here. Not a whole lot here. Two different, defensive 1-drop, aggressive 1-drop in our colors, nothing great. I think I'll just pick Ancient Craving, which I do like quite a bit. Stay open to maybe be white-black. There's decent chance we're white, not too sure about the rest. We'll see, we can just stay open. So far it's not really clear what we are doing. I think we just tried to pick the best card in every booster, stay open, but so far nothing has been really clear. The good news is that by doing that and not, staying married with our first pick, not the first pick, it'd rather be the second pick in Hunter, but by staying open and not being too focused on cards we already had, we might find out what's actually open. Maybe it's gonna get clearer. The issue is if things don't get clearer and we still have no clue what's going on in this draft at the end of this booster, it could be a problem. Okay, I see a couple decent white-green aggressive card. Fencing Ace. Auramancer is not bad. You can play a white-green Aura deck, in which this card is fine. Not a big fan of Auras, but if you have Auramancer to back them up, you're way less likely gonna get 2 for 1, and cards like Lunarch Mantle becomes quite a bit better. Arbor Elf is solid, and there's a Watch Wolf too. I think I'll pick Watch Wolf, and we might try to be white-green aggro. There's a Lunarch Mantle I was talking about. There's also a Sift. I honestly believe blue-white is a good color combination, probably the best color combination. I don't think blue has been very open. Cultivate, I don't think we're interested into. If we're playing green, it's going to be an aggressive deck. I think I'll just pick Mantle and go for a white-green aggro deck, which might not be the strongest thing to do in this stat, but I think a good white-green deck is actually quite solid. And it's also a deck I haven't been playing with a lot, so I'm pretty happy to try it more. Currently, I think I have 25 trophies, and I've played around 50, a little bit more than 50 drafts with a 75 win percentage. So that's, that's solid results, at least I believe it is. But I haven't played a ton of white-green, so I'm willing to try it a little bit more. I don't mind AK, but again, I think we'll just stay out of blue this draft. Cloud Shift is kind of cute with Loxodon, maybe Cross and Colossus, even the bigger one. You can play them as Morph, then Cloud Shift the creature, and you get the big one. So this could be kind of cool. I don't think Presence very good in this deck, in this type of deck. We'll try to have a fun white-green aggro deck with maybe a couple Aura shenanigans, as well as maybe flipping, rather flickering morph combo. Maybe it's an option. Again, not a deck I'm super knowledgeable about. One of the color combination I've played the least, but I've played against some good white-green aggro decks, and well, they were good. They were good. I played against one that was particularly impressive, and that I remember. I think we'll pick Ghoul here. There's still a chance we are white-black and not white-green. Yeah, I played against a very good green-white deck once with a bunch of one-drop, a bunch of Mantles, and a bunch of Auramancers, and it felt very solid. So I kind of wanted to try that since this happened, and still haven't gotten a similar configuration, a deck that felt as good as the one I played against. So we could either pick Squadron Hawk, hope to get some more, or pick Page, and if we don't get more Page, it's not as bad as, if we don't have more Oaks. I think we're interested in one of these. Don't want to spend pick on green or black cards since we still don't really know what's going to be the, the open color. I think, honestly, if it was earlier in draft, I would pick Oak. It's still end of pack, beginning of pack 2. We haven't seen another Oak. I think someone might be picking these, maybe. Or maybe just none of them have been open. Hard to tell. I think picking Page is a little bit safer. But obviously I'm much happier with 3 Oaks than if I have even 2 Pages. Card is really good once you have a couple more than 2. Ladamri Skull, sorry. Yeah, you can get that later. I don't think this card is great, actually. Could pick Driver, is not bad. I think we'll just go with Griefing, which I know is good. And yeah, it's gonna be solid. Knight is nice if we do end up in white-green, but I'm not sure about that. So I think just picking the white card is the safer move. Lightning Bolt is solid. Sai is great. Sai is just a great card. Our deck is going to be relatively aggressive, I think, no matter what. And it's going to be, not full of creature, but we'll have a decent amount of creatures. It's very rare I cut this card. The only reason I end up not playing this is if I have like 12 or less creatures, I guess. It's just great. It's great. I think much better than Passive Beast, for that matter. An Alliance looks like a nice one. We are white, we want to be aggressive. Not sure about Auramancer. It's fine if we get a couple more auras and if we're doing that. Lion is just good, in general. Auras or not. Okay, here we might have to pick a non-white card. Not a big fan of Loyal Sentry. I think I'll go with Ghoul. They happen to be black. I'm not a huge fan of Cavu Climber. Ghouls are pretty nice in white-black if you can pair them with, how it's called? Promise of Bunray, the 3-mana enchantment. If a creature you control dies, you get 4/1/1. Card very strong with Ghoul. Not seeing a lot of green. I mean, Climber is fine, but I think Ghoul is a better card. I think so far we've seen more black than green, though I'm not sure. I mean, we haven't seen any of the really good green, or really good black card, like mostly the Removal, Murder, Disfigure, Chupacabra if you're lucky enough, and this kind of stuff. Our curve currently is not so great if we're white-black. It's more of 4 and 3 drop. Very few 2 and 1 drop, which are very important. I would say that so far this draft is not going well. It's not a complete disaster, but it's not going very well. Depending on how the end of this pack and mostly pack 3 go, it could still end up being a good deck. But yeah, that's not the ideal start. We have just one aura currently. I don't know if I like our answer. I think I'll just go with Lacerator. I think we were just gonna be white-black aggro. We haven't seen that much green. The booster where we pick Watchwolf and there was like 3 other good green cards in it, none of them wheeled. I'm a little bit, since this happened, I'm, a little less happy about going green. I think we'll try just white-black aggro. Another Cloud Shift. Wow, that's a late Python. And late Manowar. Wow. I mean, we've seen not a lot of blue pack 1. It was kind of cut, and now someone's getting rewarded for cutting blue, I guess. I think it's too late for us. We can't really go blue. Go with Ghoul. Cloud Shift is looking pretty bad in this deck right now, so I'm not interested in the second one. Okay, what me Lion, sorry, probably a fine card here. Not thrilled about it, but it's fine. Lacerator, that's fine. I mean, if we just have a bunch of 1 and 2 drops, a couple ways to pump these, some ghouls to follow up, a couple flyers after that. The deck it cannot be horrendous, right? We need 2 drops. We haven't seen any Squadron Hawk. I'm pretty happy I picked Page, instead of Hawk. Doesn't look like Hawk would have been an option this draft. Not a big fan of Death's Head Buzzard in aggressive deck. It's more of a defensive creature against deck like ours. I guess right now it doesn't kill a lot of our creatures, only 2 of them. Usually I don't love playing that in aggressive deck. If you curve like Page into Buzzards, it's your curve and they go kill your Buzzard, kill your Page, it's just such a disaster. We might need a 2/2 for 2. I hope we find better 2 drops, but this is cool. Passive is not my favorite, especially in aggressive deck, but it is playable. Ideally, I'd rather not main deck that in a beatdown deck, but it might be fine. I mean, currently we have like 1 Removal in Hunter, and it's not even a reliable Removal, so decent chance we're playing that path. Cloud Shift looking pretty bad. We have like no good interaction with that. Stamina is a trick I do like a lot. like Cloud Shift is I guess Cloud Shift is a combo with Fin Hunter, but Stamina, like Cloud Shift, is nice with Interbuffle Trigger, but it's also just good no matter what. Really like that tree. There was a Neuromancer, but currently we have like one Lunarch Mantle. I don't think auras are gonna be a big part of this deck. Doesn't seem like they will. Phalanx. Probably not gonna play that in the main. It's a decent sideboard option against a, other aggressive deck, maybe. Kongmin Sleeping Dragon. Very good. We're probably just gonna jam that. 4 Firewalker's fine. Not insanely good. Zombify is fine, not super. Griffin Protector solid, weaker. Yeah, I mean this is fairly easy pick for us. I would be happy to have one Twisted Abomination in the deck, but looks like we won't Kongmin here. It'd be with Kongmin and the triple ghoul. Promise of Bunray is really good card in this deck. I hope we can grab one at some point. Another bolt, another counterspell. Second Lion is not as good as the first one, and this card is not great in our deck. I think we're either interested in Urg Raider or Cutthroat. Cutthroat's the strongest card. With 3 ghouls being pretty, I think I'll go with Cutthroat. Right now we don't have way to abuse the effect, like Hoarding Outburst or any type of go wide or sacrifice theme. I guess we have 3 ghouls, so it is a solid card. Power level is higher enough than Raiders, I'm gonna pick it. But sometime in aggro deck it's not the best. You're just jamming a 2-drop that's not very good at attacking can be, not ideal. Pillory of the Sleepless. This figure would be good too, but this is just one of the best reasons to be white-black. Be thrilled about wheeling Urg Raiders. We need 2 drops, but I'm not sure it's gonna happen. Gat of the Moors, fine, aggressive, 3-drop. I don't think we want Valor in Akros. I guess it would be fine, but we're pretty low level on 4-drop. Kongmin kinda does the same thing, but better. Good guys. What we need is 2-drops. Like, White-Mane Lion is not a 2-drop. You don't cast that on turn 2 very often, and if you do, it's generally not great, bouncing your 1-drop. Knight is just a 2/2 for 2, which is not ideal. Page is a real 2-drop, that's pretty good, but Cutthroat's not really a good 2-drop that you can attack with. The lack of 2-drop and 1-drop could be troublesome. We're playing an aggro deck. If we don't curve out, we're not gonna win. Even if our 3 and 4-drop are pretty good, it's not sufficient. Another side is great. But I hope we get a couple more, cheap creatures, basically. Cheap creatures that are good at attacking early. So even more Knights of the Skyward Ice would be fine here. We just want bodies that can roll, basically. Dust Legion Zealot's not the most aggressive card, but it's solid thing to cast on turn 2, and it works very well with double side, double Kongmin to make the body relevant. Also very solid with triple Ghoul Protector. We can use the body, it's just not an irrelevant 1/1. It's not going to be the case in this deck. 1. The Nurse, fine, I think we'll play that. We have some solid 3s to get back. Are we gonna play double Unearth? There's a chance actually. I really kind of like this card here. Don't love Loyal Sentry in the deck. Another Protector. I don't think I want this Path of Peace. Does not play it. Don't mind Twisted Abomination, but we're getting kind of short on space in the deck. Not sure we'll play that. I think we're just gonna play what we have right now. I think this is gonna be the deck plus 16 lands. I don't think we play second Lion. Ooh, Urg Raider Wield. I'm gonna play that over the first Lion, which again I really don't love here. We have no good combo with it except for Fin Hunter, which requires 5 mana, not really easy to make work. And it's just a creature that's clunky and that set us back when we just want to curve out and basically keep our creatures on board. Yeah, this deck is not super impressive, but it, you know, Gameswar will curve out, will put our opponents in trouble, and we have a couple decent synergies. It's average, but solid average, I would say. We have a little bit more black, but a bunch of double white. I think it's just going to be 8/8 mana base. Alright, black-white beatdown. Again, as I said, average, but solid. Yeah, that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the draft. Feel free to drop a like if it's the case. Thanks a lot for watching. If you want to see more draft, head to my Twitch page. There's a link in the description. Again, I'll be streaming Monday, Tuesday. I'm streaming almost every day, except for the weekend. So you can just take a look at the schedule and maybe me streaming on some more. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching and see you for round 1.